lie to ourselves, but his legs are gone. And as a number 6, that's going to be problematic. It will still be. But I'd still give him a 7. I thought, the quality's still there. But I definitely think we need to acknowledge that we need this 6 to come in, because we're going to need... At home, it'll be all right. But there'll be certain games where, it's going to be tough. Mainu for me was a 7. I thought a comfortable 7 who just tired in the second half. He was my man of the match at half-time. At half-time, Mainu was my man of the match. The amount of high recoveries he made was incredible. I just think he ran out of steam. He was gassed in the second half. But his close control, his work ethic, his intelligence in the press is just so important. And, I'd say Mainu today was probably playing on a 80% fitness. Like, once he gets up again, he's going to be so important for us this season. I was very happy with Mainu. He just ran out of steam. And in the first game of the season, if that was like the middle of December, you'd say, why is he running out of steam? But first game of the season, you can understand it. Rashford for me today. Look, you could be generous. You could be generous here. You could be an arse. I choose to go in between. I'll give him a 6. I wouldn't be surprised if some people gave him a 6.5. I wouldn't be surprised if some people gave him a 5. It was a very average performance at best. Look, I desperately want more, and Ten Hag desperately wants more, and I think most Man United fans want more. And at times it feels like Ten Hag is keeping him on the pitch, hoping that he'll score and the confidence will come. But it's a very average performance. It's that's what everyone else got. I don't know. Garnacho, I'd probably give him a 6. I thought he put a lot of effort in. It's a graveyard shift when you're down to 10 men. Rasmus, I would give man of the match, and I'd give him a 7. And I'm glad that everyone else agrees with that. I mean, what more can he do? He's good. He's the top scorer in the Champions League, and we are shit in the Champions League. So that tells you everything about this kid. 5 goals in 4 games in a team that's playing shite. I mean, that's incredible. And the only reason he's not scoring goals in the Premier League is because he gets no fucking service. Give him service, he'll score goals. He's going to be a superstar. I've said this before we even bought him. This kid's going to be a superstar, but we're wasting him because he's having to play in a shit team at the moment. Mark just counted, sure, 12 out of the 30 goals we've conceded this season are from crosses, says James. It's incredible. If Ten Hag makes Varane of all people not wanting to play, then it's on Ten Hag, says Fast. And what is the point of Mason Mount, says Sly? Well, yeah. Raphael Varane, 3. I love Varane. I saw his face when he came on. I've been watching him for years. I saw his face when he came on. Wasn't interested. His whole performance wasn't focused. I love this player. I think he's underrated. I think he's absolutely world class. But I'm not going to lie for an agenda. He didn't look happy coming on. And he was never in that game. Never focused at all. Yeah, it's incredible. It really is. This is a great comment by, not my comment. I'm going to give Aiden a shout out here. Gary Neville spent 4 days defending referees vigorously, only to complain all night tonight about referees. Mic drop. Hypocrisy. Anthony cost 80 million, Mount cost 55 million, and Palistri's coming on the pitch and showing them not only how to play, but also how to work. I mean, he's embarrassed them lot today. He's embarrassed them with that cameo. He was brilliant. His effort, his intensity, his concentration. Yeah. So he has sent a message to all the other wingers. And as for Jadon Sancho, fucking won't even come and train or apologise. I thought Mount was poor when he came on, to be honest. He's got to start doing better. I believe there's a player there, but every time he comes on, I see a blue shirt. He's got to become a Man United player. He's got to forget Chelsea and start becoming a Man United player. Martial, look, 5, 6, doesn't really matter. Varane, 5, 6, doesn't really matter. Probably 6, actually. What am I on about? We've won the game. Ten Hag today, look, I ain't going to lie. It wasn't brilliant. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to give him a 7 because I think one thing he's done, which Ollie couldn't do and Mourinho couldn't do, is get those players to play for him. And I think people underestimate that. That's massive. When you are under pressure and, you know, certain fans are trying to sack you and the media are trying to sack you, they tend to win because the players tend to listen. Somehow, Ten Hag has got those players today that could have down tools to play for the badge and play for the badge for 90 minutes. That's management. The football's not great. The football is not great. But you've got to give your, you know, you've got to tip your hat to Ten Hag and say, whatever people think about him, he has somehow got those players to play for him for 90 minutes. He's got those players even when they scored, they've kept going. Even when we're touching the 90th minute, they've kept going. He's got those players to play for him today. And management's not always about winning 4-0 with silky, you know, tiki-taka football. So these players look scared when attacking out of ideas, which results in us shooting outside the box all the bloody time. It's infuriating, Reece. It really is. Right, let me do these player ratings. Anana 4. Yeah, I mean, I think he should do better on the first goal. The other two, probably difficult. I felt like he should do better on the third one, but I'm not so sure. The first one, his positioning's not great. Delo, not great. 3.5. Yeah, it wasn't great. I'd expect more from him. KF says, if we sack Ten Hag, I've lost all hope. Rashford needs to go before him, definitely, and many other players too, says KFJ. And except left wing, right wing, and right centre back, Eric Ten Hag signed a player in every position. Forget results, not one good game, and it's not obvious. Sonic, please, for the love of fucking God, stop telling me why you're Ten Hag out and tell me what you're going to fucking do when you sack him. Do people not listen? Why has he done that? Why has he listed why he wants to sack Ten Hag? I don't fucking care why you want to sack him. How many